Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host Indie Comics Jones. Today is October 12th, 2021. This is episode 434. Okay, before we get into this, I just want to say I've been a little bit lax on my videos lately. I just had my ninth eye operation yesterday, so I'm not reading that well. Plus, we're trying to move. So things are quite crazy now, and I pulled out this Miracleman #1 as I am going through some of my stuff and just trying to box it up. And just thought I'd talk about this for a little bit, and then move on to my other subject of the day, which is the latest news about Jonathan Kent. I know you've probably heard about it by now, but we'll just touch upon it real quick. Just want to go through this Miracleman. This is a reprint, and it's very, very confusing because I believe Alan Moore wrote this, but his name's nowhere to be found in this book. This is, like I said, a reprint. It first came out, I believe, around 1982 to 1985, somewhere in there, under Quality Comics, and Mick Anglo was the creator of Miracleman way back in, I think, 1956, and it became Marvel Man and back and forth, but it wasn't under Marvel. So Marvel has obviously the Captain Marvel and all now, and Marvel Man, since they seem to have picked up all those licenses. It's all owned by Disney. But this particular issue, I'm not sure. I think it was a 12-issue run. I only have the first three. Unfortunately, I stopped getting them. And Joe Quesada did the cover of this one. And there it is. It's got his little signature there. It says 2013, so I'm assuming this came out in 2013. Right around there. Maybe it came out in December or early January 2013. So as you can see, we've got like this throwback to 1956 look for it. But going back, see, Miracleman Book 1, A Dream of Flying story is the original writer. So I'm assuming that's Alan Moore, because they do mention the Mick Anglo within the credits here as well. Art by Gary Leach on this one. So it's a little confusing, but the story is really good. It's kind of got that Swamp Thing feel that Alan Moore did way back when. So we got this very generic looking superheroes 50s style, boys running around, becoming a superhero at the touch of a hat, and just kind of a fun comic. And then suddenly further on it gets a little more serious, where they talk about what things are, and suddenly it gets dark and darker, and we get to darkened panels, and it turns into this other story that's kind of convoluted, with the main man, Miracleman, is still in this, but he's kind of like forgotten who he is. And this is 1982. Was that 22 years later, or 26 years later, I should say? And he can change into Miracleman by saying chromatic, chromatica, something like that, which is atomic backwards. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. So if he says it backwards, he turns into the Miracleman, and he realizes that at this demonstration that's going on at an atomic plant. So just a very interesting story, but it's very deep, and it is kind of deconstructing all these things of why he was on hiatus for 26 years. But no, it's a good story. As far as I can tell, the rest of it's probably pretty good too. So this is kind of a throwback. I know this is all available in trade, but they give you a lot to look at in this one. As you can see, you get the pretty cool stuff, a lot of stories. There it is, Kimota. That is his word that changes him back. So then they get a little story about Mick Anglo, the guy that created Miracleman, and then you got his cover from #6 there. Pretty cool looking. Pretty retro. This one's actually been recolored. So a lot of nice stuff in there. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about, though, too, was Jonathan Kent becoming gay, I guess, or bisexual, or what do you want to call it. So we've got Tim Drake now, Jonathan Kent, we've got Harley and Poison Ivy hooking up, and there's some other race swaps and stuff going on. I'm just trying to figure out what is going on with all this, because honestly, it's almost, to me, feels like with Marvel and DC doing this, they're actually making fun of these people, because they are giving them these stories that are dumb. Honestly, they're just not very good, and they're not going to become, none of these are going to become classics. And I don't understand it. It's either an inside, to me it feels almost like an inside joke that they're doing it this way. And they've been beloved characters that were gay before, right from the start, not transforming them into gays 30 years, 40 years, 50 years later, 60, 80, whatever. So it's, the whole thing's a little bit baffling why they're doing this. I mean, maybe they're trying to, they got Justice League of America. Maybe they're trying to come up with a social Justice League of America. I don't know. But my point is, if you got a good story to put with it, do it. If you're doing it just to be a Me Too person, don't do it. You're just ruining the whole franchise as far as I'm concerned. I'm not reading anything by DC right now, and that just stuns me, as I'd always been a DC person growing up. But, in Marvel, I'm only reading a couple titles from them right now. So it's kind of crazy that they're taking this path, because I don't know who else was going to enjoy this type of stuff. So anyway, I'm not seeing real well, as my surgery is just healing up now, but just wanted to put something out there to let you guys know that I still am around, and hopefully getting back into this more often. So thanks for stopping by and watching this video. As always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments if you wish, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu. This gets the Good Excavating seal of approval, by the way. I do believe it is Alan Moore, but don't tell anybody. I guess they don't want to know. All right.